Hey everybody. Okay, so I have a really quick update. I was about to leave and then I saw these elderberries. I found these elderberries and I really want to take care of this before I leave. Otherwise, the birds will get to them. So we're gonna take these down, okay? All right, I got my helper here, Abigail, and we're gonna go ahead and take these down. Oh, literally, we're gonna take it down. You got it this time?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and grab some elderberries before these birds get to them. Bring it closer. Let's go that way. I can put them in. All right. Time out over here. You have some down here. That's good. I think those actually, those are some good ones. Okay. On the side. Nothing green, just a nice dark red. Ooh, we got a storm coming. It seems every time I come to show you guys the elderberries or the elderflowers, we got rain coming. Check that out, guys. Here, take the snippers with you. Remember when you're harvesting? Oh, what was that? No, not that little locust. Get out of here. Let's see if I can film this little locust who's not supposed to be in here. Hopefully he's not going to attack me. And he's gone. So no, I don't want him in. Oh, no, pretty. Some pollen from the flowers just came down and some of the elderflowers. So I want to show you guys when you're getting your elderberries, you do not want them to be green. You want them to be this nice dark red color. They literally just fell off. That's what you want. Remember, you don't want to eat these raw. You want to go ahead and cook them down. This is a really nice harvest here.
Here, wait.
Oh, we got some more up here. Okay. Let's see if we can get to those.
I thought I could.
I can hear the rain coming.
Hurry.
I think that's good.
Oh, there's one more.
There's one more? Oh yeah, on the other side. What was that, a wasp?
I don't know. It probably was. Let's face it.
Oh, there's one over here too.
I already found this one. I think this one has too many of the greens.
Okay. Skip it. What happened? A bug? How about the let's see what the other one's doing. Okay, the other tree here in the back does not look like it has much berries. It looks like they've probably been either gotten by the birds or maybe I took too many of the elderflowers out. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it alone. But the bigger tree went ahead and it did give us a nice amount. And we still have some up there, so it'll continue to produce. And this is pretty much what we got. It's a full basket of elderberries. We're gonna go ahead and put these away and then we'll do something with them. I'm probably gonna pick them, freeze them, and then when we have enough, we'll collect them and make some elderberry syrup for the upcoming seasons of the cold and the flu and all those other little nasty things. Thanks for watching, everyone. Just wanted to update you guys on our elderberries. God bless. Okay, so I'm here and we got back and we went ahead and we went through all of these little branches and we got every single ripe elderberry that we could find. And this is pretty much what we got. We got 2 of these filled. These are about 2 cups. Well, it says 1.5 cups there. And let's see, another 1.5 cups. So that's not too bad. That's actually pretty darn good. We didn't get that many, but that's pretty good. We can make some elderberry syrup out of this. We can make a tincture, and I'm not really sure what I'm gonna use with it. I gotta think about that, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys pretty much what that looked like. And probably in about like a second, by the time I put this video together, I'll show you what I'm gonna go ahead and do with the elderberries. But I think they're great. I think they're great immune boosting, and it's good for you. It's healthy. You don't have to, you know, stop taking it for any reason. It's not like an echinacea or something like that. It's just overall good for your health and good for all the different viruses out there and flu seasons and whatever else. So that's the harvest of the elderberries. A little different than the elderflowers, but nonetheless really good, really tasty. Well, don't eat them raw. That's another thing. only pick the dark ones, and don't pick anything green, and don't eat them fresh and raw. At least I don't think so. So just to be safe, don't. We're gonna cook this down and probably make a syrup out of it so that the kids can have it during the winter times. I think I have probably only one child that does not like it. She actually pretty much hates it her whole life. But it doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. Hello. Okay. Sorry, guys. My Dane got excited. Okay. So we got that. So no green ones, just the ripe ones. Nice dark color. Let's see if I can get some out of here so I can show you guys. Okay, so unfortunately I clicked the wrong button, but here's what they look like. They look really dark, really beautiful. Some of the green ones may have fallen in there, and that's okay. I'll just pick them out before I cook it down. No big deal. I know some people have said that it can be poisonous to livestock. My goats have gotten into my elderberry bushes, and they have eaten some of the parts of the branches and things like that, and nothing's ever happened to them. Of course, they're not eating tons and tons of them out, and I'm usually pulling them away as soon as I see them. I've never seen anything bad happen to them, but that's just me. That's, whatever. But they are technically toxic. So I remember they give off noxious fumes, so don't burn them, things like that. And I'm pretty sure that raw they are toxic. I know the green ones can cause hallucinations. I'm not really sure about the red berry when it's ripe. I'm gonna look that up, and I'll probably talk about it as we go ahead and do the video. But for the most part, cooking it down does remove anything bad in it. We can also can this. We can can this into like a type of a syrup or a jam or something like, not a jam, but like a jelly. You could probably juice it, things like that, but it does have to be cooked down. So, okay, let's go ahead, and I'll probably freeze it for a minute just while I go ahead and research it a little bit more so that I don't give you guys any wrong information. And we'll go ahead and make a video about what we're gonna do with it. So still not sure. I'm gonna rinse them off. They're not really dirty. I picked off all the bugs, anything that shouldn't be there, I picked it off. I'll just give them a quick rinse and put them in the freezer just for a little while so that I can figure out what we're gonna do. So again, I don't know if it's gonna be right this second today, but while you're seeing it, it'll be like a second. Okay, it's been a second. Not really. It's actually been 2 days. The elderberries, I put them in the freezer, and I felt that was just the safest way for me to keep them in the meantime. And I'm gonna open them up. They've been kind of thawing out for, I'm gonna say, maybe close to 45 minutes, and they're still pretty good. They're really bright. So look at that color. Isn't that pretty? All right, so I do notice, and you probably won't be able to notice, that there's still some stems in here. So we're gonna try to take those out. I got my my pot, Miss Lydia, who has flower issues. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here. I actually have a lot of stems in there. Don't want to bang that. Okay. I have about 3 cups of elderberries in here. I'm going to go ahead and take out all the berries. Let's go. Isn't that color pretty? All right. So this will be my first year making the elderberry syrup out of my fresh elderberries from my plant. I will try to link below where I got the stems, the cuttings, better said, to this elderberry plant. If I'm able, I probably could get some cuttings and mail them off too. I don't know that I'm ready for that just yet. Maybe I can do that closer to the fall. Look at this. This is beautiful. I know the camera is not really showing it perfectly, but it's really pretty. I've got clean hands. I'm just going to go ahead and take out any of the little stems. My understanding is it's pretty much the same doing it fresh than when you get them dried in a bag. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the 3 cups of the berries that I have, and I'm going to boil it down with about 6 cups of water. I have my Berkey, so I'm just going to use my Berkey water. If not, I'm pretty sure a simple distilled water will be perfect. I don't think it'll be too much of a trouble when I'm cooking these down if some stems are in here. But just to make sure, I'm going to take out the excess of the stems. See if you guys can. Flip it downward. This won't be too exciting, so I'll probably put this on a fast speed. I think it's so cool to even have this plant right now. I was buying my elderberry syrup for probably about 10 years through different places, you know, drugstores. Then I moved up to health food stores, you know, online, whatever. And I just thought it would be so awesome if I could just, you know, make it myself. Like, how cool would that be? And so I've been growing this elderberry tree for going on, I think 2 years now, maybe 3. And it didn't do very well the first year or so, but it has picked up, though last year all the birds got to the berries. It was filled with berries, and I only got, I mean, I'm not even a handful of berries. The birds just got to it. And honestly, I don't mind when the birds do that to, let's say, the mulberry trees, because I kind of do make some of the trees sacrificial so they can go ahead and have that. But when they got to the elderberry tree, oh my goodness, I was so upset because I really wanted to, you know, have my own medicine. And it's funny because I got it, I think, a year before 2020 hit, and it was just interesting. I could have had some fresh stuff going on, but that's all right. We got I think this is a decent harvest for it being the first time. I'm not sure exactly how much it will yield, but we'll see that in a minute. Also, I know some people cook this down. They simmer it down for 20 minutes or so. I don't want to do that. I think I'm going to simmer it down for a minimum of 1 hour. I'm thinking when I cook down, let's say, you know, a cranberry or something, I like to cook it down a lot so that it thickens up. And I think that's what I want to do here. I know that when you cook things down, you know, a lot of the properties are being taken out, but I think that we're going to be okay. So I'm going to cook it down some. I didn't pay attention to how many stems I had in here. I mean, got a few. I really thought that we did a good job taking them out, but I guess when you see it again, you realize you missed a lot. Something I was thinking about too was throwing it through the juicer, like the Omega juicer, but I thought maybe that would be a bad idea because then I don't have like the outer skins and things like that. I think what I could do is once I cook it down, maybe I'll pass it through the Omega juicer to squeeze all the little goodness out. I don't think that's really necessary, but even once I strain it out, I don't think that straining always gets all the goodness out. And that Omega juicer is really good for, I mean, squeezing the dickens out of anything you put in it. So I may do that. I'm not sure yet. How many of you guys have elderberry plants? Do any of you guys grow your own, or do you make it? Do you buy it? Do you have any recommendations? I've been trying to take cuttings of the elderberry trees so we can kind of place them all along the property. And this year it's been quite hot, and a lot of my trees have suffered for it. The heat has been taking everything out. And towards the front of my yard, I still have city water, so I mean, watering for hours at a time really isn't beneficial for me. I'm trying to get my well water to reach the front. That's been a painstaking process. It's taken a while for us. You know, sometimes you have to do other more important things, and it's just kind of taking a back seat. But it's definitely a goal that I would like to be able to achieve in the near time future. You know, I think that this is good for now. I would like to probably remeasure this just to make sure that I'm being accurate, that there is 3 cups in here. It's starting to look a little bit more than 3 cups. Let me see. Well, okay. My daughter's gonna find me a measuring cup. Ain't that pretty? So we can really accurately measure this. I just want to make sure I'm not wrong with the amount. Sometimes it's hard for me to measure it with the mason jars, especially because it was frozen and it almost looked like it got bigger in the mason jar. That could just be me. While I continue to take out these little stems, she's looking for that. And I'm going to assume that this was probably used at some point for a dye. I don't see why not. I'm going to probably do some research on that. Maybe the Native Americans did something with it. So usually I will get my medicines or herbs or extracts or whatever, and I will make it into a tincture. I'm not doing that this time. Mostly because I don't have any alcohol left. I used the last bit of alcohol that I had to put it in some peppermint and cinnamon sticks that I had. So I am all out of any high proof alcohol. So we're gonna make this into an elderberry syrup that you can use for the next upcoming months. What are we in? We're in August. I think today's August the 12th. Or the 11th, I gotta make sure. So this will be ready pretty much immediately once we're done with it. And it's not gonna be shelf stable for too long. I really don't think I'm gonna do it so that I can keep it in the cupboards, because I really don't know how to keep that shelf stable. I'm pretty sure if we used the majority of honey, we probably could make it very shelf stable, but just to be safe, I think I'm gonna throw it in my fridge until I can research it just a little bit more. I would hate for it to go bad. Another thing I was thinking about was maybe we could water bath can it. I would assume that if we did that, just like if we were making like a jelly, that it would stay pretty shelf stable, which maybe we could do that. Oh, sorry guys. I don't know. I don't know how much it's gonna yield for the syrup. I think if I had more, I would probably try to turn it into a jelly. Or I've seen people turn it into gummies for kids. I know not a lot of people like doing the gummy thing for their kids because of cavities and things like that. I'm sure if you're just using it for a little bit, I'm sure you'll be fine. Alright, so we have, for sure, we got 2 cups. So kind of redundant, but I'm going to put them right back in the bowl. I really just wanted to make sure I didn't want to make any mistakes with any measurements. Okay. So that's 2 cups for sure. Let's get all that goodness out. You don't want to leave anything behind. It's better than liquid gold. Okay. And then our well, yeah, it is about a half a cup. So I have 2.5 cups. Okay. What an enormous mess. I need to get myself a set of measuring cups. Okay. So I took out the majority of all the stems. I mean, whatever I see is very, very, very tiny. And I think we're gonna be okay. Let me see. Super tiny, like very little. And again, I'm gonna probably strain that and juice that. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and take it to the stove, and I'm gonna go ahead and add, I gotta show you this, guys. This looks really cool. I'm sorry, but I'm an art nerd a little bit, or a color nerd. Look at that. It's like a purple, and then right here, you can see like the blue. Isn't that neat? That's just really cool to me. Okay, so usually we would do like a 1-to-2 ratio. So I was gonna do like 4 cups, but I think I'm gonna do 6 cups of water, maybe, depending on how much will fit here. The reason being is because I want to simmer this for a little longer. Like, I don't want to put this on a rolling boil or anything like that. I just want to simmer. So I'm going to put it on a simmer, and I'm going to take you over there to the stove now. And we're going to simmer this for, I'm going to say, a minimum of an hour. Okay, I'm going to pretend this is like a cranberry. I know it's not, but this is just my first try, and this is just kind of what I want to do. I want to simmer it for longer. So I'm going to go ahead and cover up Lydia here, and let's go to the stove so we can start simmering. Okay, we're at the stove. Gonna lift up my lid here. Okay, so I went ahead and I put it on a medium-high heat for now. I just added my Berkey water to the cups that I was using. So we've got 1 cup. We've got 2 cups. Isn't that purple water pretty? Purple is one of my favorite colors. So that's 2 cups, and then this one held 2, so we've got 4 cups. And I absolutely have enough, I think, to add a little bit more so we can condense it. All right, so here's some clean water. And so that would be 5, 6. All right. So that's 6 cups. Now I could see in here a few of the stems. I'll go picking those out as I go. Now, a lot of people add cloves, ginger, cinnamon. I don't know exactly if I want to. I do have, Violet, give me the cinnamon sticks right there, please. I had made these, put these on my Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I made some cinnamon sticks this past month. It's not a tincture, but basically to give flavoring to food and such. I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe put 1 or 2 sticks in there. Vi, do you mind? Open it up and put 1 or 2 sticks. I think that'll give it a nice warming feeling for when you're drinking it. Get me 2 of those big ones, yeah. That's a nice big one. Thank you. You can give me that last one there. It's up there too. Again, I don't know how much of a flavor this is going to have. Again, I was doing it in a tincture, so I'm pretty sure that the alcohol has taken a lot of the flavor out, but at least it'll have a nice aroma, a nice warm aroma of just kind of tell you, hey, wake up. Gotta get better. All right. So give this a good stir. My handy dandy Lydia pot here. I love this pot. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close it. I have it on a medium-high heat. I don't know, should I probably leave this a little open? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it just a tiny bit open. You know how cast iron gets really, really hot. Okay, we're gonna leave that there for, I'm gonna do 30 minutes and then check it after 30 minutes, and if I have to lower it, I will. Okay, while that is cooking down, I got some honeys ready. Now, I didn't know how much honey I was gonna have, and really I don't think I have a lot of honey, which is not good, but I have some honey. The best thing to do would be to get some raw honey locally if you can. If you can't, well, that's okay. You get whatever raw honey you can get from the grocery store. It'll keep all of its good immune boosting things. I found this one, and I honestly I don't remember where I found it. I have to figure it out. I think it was Walmart, but I could be wrong. It just says flower powered allergy blend. It says 10 times the pollen of raw honey, but this says this. Oh, it is raw honey. It says raw, cold packed, bioactive. Again, guys, don't forget, you don't want to give honey to anybody under a year old. Okay, so don't forget that with honey. I also have some, I got a little blessed here. My husband got me some raw manuka honey, and I'm going to add definitely some of this to it. And then the biggest one I have is just this one. It says Nature Nate's Honey. It says Florida Raw, unfiltered honey. Honey is a weird thing because I'm not really sure if, you know, what's added to it or what's not added to it. So just make sure that you read the ingredients. It should really just say honey. It was packaged in Texas, product of the USA. I hope this is actually from Florida. All right, well, that's what we're gonna use. I'm probably gonna mix all these up to get the amount of honey that I need. I'm also gonna add some lemon to it to just add to the immune boosting of it. These are my very sad last lemons. These are the ones we're gonna use. They're not very happy, but we're gonna use them anyway. Another thing I was thinking about was if you're gonna be using it for a little baby or a child under a year old, maybe you could use, instead of honey, something like pure maple syrup, or I'm trying to think of any other sweeteners, maybe like agave, or I'm trying to think if maybe stevia. I don't know. I'd really look that up probably. I would look it up before doing anything, but I would think that a maple syrup would be safe. Again, probably research that before, but definitely do not give honey to a little baby under a year old, okay? Another thing that I got was, I have these jars for when I was going to be making some kombucha, which I have never been able to successfully make kombucha. I admit that, and I am okay with that. But I had these jars. I still have the jars, obviously, and I'm wondering if maybe I should store them in here. Reason being is because sometimes when we use the mason jars, you know, we're sticking our spoon and we're double dipping. So I think I'm going to try, if I have enough, to fill this up. I assume that this will be okay. And I would think that we just, you know, lift it open and, you know, grab our spoon, not this much, and just, you know, dip, dip, dip. And hopefully that'll work. What I've always taken with elderberry, with the kids, it's always been a teaspoon. I always give the kids a teaspoon, and anybody who is above 12 years old, I usually give them a big fat tablespoon when they're feeling sick, when they got a cold, a flu, a virus, whatever. We'll do that in the winter time. For the most part, all of my kids like it except for one. She's never liked it. I'm talking about, it doesn't matter what I added to it, she hated it. She even threw it up when she was little. So you gotta find a way to get them to drink it. I was thinking even something simple as, like, let's say they have a tummy ache or something, maybe some ginger ale and just dropping a little teaspoon of it in there. They probably won't notice that. Maybe they will, but it's good stuff. It's high in vitamin C, and I think it had A in it too. I'm gonna read up a little bit more on the benefits, and I'll go ahead and leave those benefits down below. If you guys like these bottles, I'll try to leave a link, because I remember I got these from Amazon. But All right, so while that's simmering, I'm gonna clean up my area, and I'm probably going to get the juicer, maybe, to strain everything and squeeze everything out. Because I think that if I try to push it down in a strainer, I'm not gonna get all that yummy goodness out. So in the meantime, I'm gonna clean up my area, get myself ready, and then once that's done, I'll bring you guys back here so we can get this going. All right, guys? Okay, it's been 30 minutes and the water is still pretty high. It's still probably around the same spot that I put it. And I'm trying to squeeze the berries and they're still very firm. Like there's some squishies, but it's still very, very, very firm. So I know this is not ready at all. I threw in the 3 cinnamon sticks. I'm not sure how much of a flavor it's gonna give it, but this is what it looks like after 30 minutes. I'm sorry, in between low and high heat. There's really no, I mean, I don't even see, it's not even simmering, it's getting hot, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go ahead and put in we're gonna go put it in for another 30 minutes and see. Sorry about that. We're gonna leave it in for another 30 minutes and just kind of see how it looks after that. Okay, it's been another half hour and I could see a lot of steam coming out through there. It's lovely. Okay, so that's definitely in the middle, a nice little rolling boil there. Stir this up. The water does look like it came down a bit. Let's see if we can get some. Okay, those are squeezing a lot easier right now. Look at that. This is so cool. I really am super stoked, guys. This is really cool. So, right now, they've been cooking for an hour. And this is what they look like. The berries are definitely more squeezable, poppable. Not hard. I'm gonna set up another timer for another 30 minutes because still want more of this water to go down. It's still a bit high, and I mean the berries are popping, but it'd be nice if we could just, you know, squish them easier, if that makes sense. I do want this to get more condensed. I mean, it's doing pretty good. Let's see what another 30 minutes does, and I'll bring you guys back. Okay, it's been about another half an hour, and I want to check it. I probably have 5 minutes left for it to be an actual half hour, but whoa. Guys, the smell in here is amazing with the cinnamon sticks. It smells great. Again, the water went down a lot, and those berries are breaking up a lot more. So I think what I'm gonna do right now, is I'm gonna give this a nice little stir. And I'm gonna move it from the medium high, and I'm just gonna, ow, phooey. I'm gonna lower it to low, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave it uncovered just to help with the evaporation. It's looking really good. So it's been about an hour and a half, and I think what I'm gonna do is this last half hour, I'm just gonna put it on low. I just did that, put it on low and just let it, look at that cinnamon stick, guys. It smells great. Leave it on low and just let it simmer down. And as soon as my timer goes off, I'll come back and we will take it off the heat, wait for it to cool, and add our honey. Actually, scratch that. We'll let it cool as much as possible. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put it through the Omega juicer. I think that's gonna be a really good idea to squeeze all the goodness out. And then we'll go ahead and add our honey. Okay, so it's been 2 hours. We cooked it at like a medium high heat for 1 hour. I uncovered it and cooked it on a lower heat for 30 minutes, and then towards the end I just kind of turned it off and just let it simmer about. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and pass it through the juicer. I think this is gonna be a really good idea to get these berries to just release all that yummy goodness that it's got. Let's put you down here. Hopefully you can see that. Let's go ahead and turn her on. Okay, so we're back at the table, and this made, all right, how much do we have here? Here we have 2 cups. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour it back in here. This is so dark, so pretty. Let's see if I can bring you guys a little closer so you can see. Okay, so that was 2 cups. Here we have 3 cups. And then 4, 5. So we have 5 cups of the actual pure elderberry syrup. And I'm gonna give it a taste. Okay, that is quite sour. So, what I did was, okay, alright, so what I did, okay, let's see if I can, sorry guys. So what I did was, we boiled it down with water and 3 cinnamon sticks, and I mean it smells really good. Kind of smells like Thanksgiving in a way. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add our honey. I have here over 2 cups of honey. It's really, I had to use everything that I had left. So in here we have some Manuka honey, we have some wildflower honey, and some Florida honey. They're all raw, if I'm not mistaken. And to make it a full 2 cups, I added maple syrup because I did not have enough. Now it's a little bit over right now, and that's because I added 2 lemons to it.
I added the lemons to add some extra vitamin C. You can add other things in here, not just lemon. You could, I know rose hips are good, so is hibiscus flowers are good. Anything that you can think of that has vitamin C, you can put it in here. It's up to you, it's up to preference. I did not have any rose hips on hand, and I did not have any hibiscus. I did have ginger powder, like ground ginger, and I did have the cloves. But I didn't know if my kids were really gonna drink it like that. I've never had it like that. We've only had it just how it came in the store, and so this is my first time making it from scratch with our elderberry trees. So I wanted to keep it kind of simple. And again, you could even put herbs into this as you cook it down, like echinacea, but echinacea really overstimulates the immune system, and you don't want to take that if you're really just trying to take it on a daily basis just for, you know, just a food medicine, you know, let thy food be the medicine be thy food type of deal. Again, this doesn't work. It's not something magical or anything like that. It's just, it is what it is. It's a berry that has a lot of good properties in it. It's good for flus, it's good for sicknesses. The honey, I'm sure, is going to be perfect for cough, and just immune boosting with the lemons that are in here. So before I talk too much and make this be too cold, I'm going to go ahead and add my honey mixture in here. It's my honey, maple syrup, and lemon mixture. And again, it was 2 cups of those 3 different honeys, and the maple syrup made it 2 cups. And this is not too hot that it's going to kill any of the beneficial bacteria or anything like that inside the honey at all. Let me go ahead and get my ladle and scoop some up here so we can stir it up real well. It does stain. I stained some things, but most of it was stainless steel, so it should be fine. I'm trying to get all that goodness out of there. So I think when you're using herbs and plants for your health, do your research as much as possible. And the best research that you can do also is just yourself, your body. You know, what is it that your body can tolerate? What do you like? Here, let me show you. You know, your body will tell you, no thank you, or your body will tell you, yes, I need more. I've always suffered from anemia, and when my body feels like it's just anemic, I know that I'm anemic because I am craving all sorts of, you know, iron-rich foods, you know? I mean, I can eat like 2 steak sandwiches real easily, you know, when I don't feel my best and when I feel like I have anemia. You know, sometimes I'm yearning for avocados, or, you know, when I need a boost, I'm always yearning for some sort of citrus, orange juice, lemonade, things like that. This is really beautiful. It smells so good. I'm so excited. I mean, it's my very, very, very first time. Put that up now. Did all the mixing. Okay. Trying not to show you back at my messy house. Okay, so we stirred that in. I don't feel any resistance. I think it's pretty much melted down. Let's give it a taste. Let's stir this up real good. I think you could play around with it after you've done your basic one, and then learn what you like, what you don't like. Okay, here we go. Oh wow, that's actually really, really, really good. It doesn't even, wow, it's so sweet. It's good. I'm going to test this out because I'll give it to somebody who likes it and somebody who doesn't like it and see how they feel about it. So let's get my picky eater. Let's see. Abigail, come here, please. She's coming. filming. Come closer so we can see you. Down. Okay, so Abigail does not like elderberries at all. But I really feel that she's going to like this. Can you get lower so we can taste it? Come on. Alright. Just for everybody who's watching. Come closer. No, come closer. It's a nice full teaspoon. Try it.
All of it?
All of it. I promise you're going to love it. It tastes like a lemonade. I promise it does. Ready? I want your honest opinion. Taste it. Come on. Get down so people can see you. Okay, so that was her natural opinion. Now let's give it to somebody who does like it. Come here, Ali. Will you taste this? Where are you? You like it? It tastes good?
Mm-hmm.
Tell them what it tastes like. What does it
Tastes
taste
like honey.
Tastes like honey? Alright, I think it tastes delicious. It tastes like a lemonade, to be honest, like a berry lemonade. I think Abigail's being a bit dramatic. So again, that's why I did not add other things to it. You could add ginger, you could add whatever you want to this. But keep it simple, especially because it's kids that you want to keep healthy and yourself too. Thanks for that. I would definitely easily take a tablespoon of this whenever I feel like it in the fridge. Whenever you feel a cold, or even just as a daily regimen, like a vitamin, like if you're having your vitamin C for the day. We're gonna go ahead and decant this, but I wanted to show you guys when I put it through the juicer, the way it comes out is really neat. This looks like a really nice dirt, and again, you don't have to waste this. Let's see. It smells really strong. I'm assuming, I mean, you could give this to whatever you want. You give it to your goats, you give it to your chickens. It's not going to go to waste. If you got goats, they're going to give you milk. If you got chickens, they're going to give you some healthy eggs. You could put it in your garden, I'm sure, as a compost. And I think I saw on Mary's Nest, she gets her leftovers of whatever she uses, and she actually puts them in like these little ice cube trays, and then she puts them in her tea. So that's pretty clever. 1 second. In a minute, okay? So you don't have to waste it. It's not wasted. You don't have to throw this out in the trash. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wash my hands so that we can go ahead and decant this into our bottles. I'll be right back. Okay, wash my hands. It's almost all off. We're gonna go ahead and decant this. And you wanna try it? Come here. We've got another kid. Or not a kid, he's not a goat. Another child. Elderberry from scratch. Honest opinion.
Too much honey.
Too much honey. But do you like it?
No, really.
Not really?
No.
Well, you're gonna drink it anyways. I think you do like it. You're just being a silly goose. Alright, I have to have somebody here who likes it. Violet, you want to taste it? Okay, we've got another one. Alright. Come here, child.
Don't taste it. Don't taste it. Don't taste it.
What do you think? I like it. You like it? Truthful opinion?
Mm-hmm.
You sure? Promise?
Yeah.
Okay, so you wouldn't mind drinking that every day?
Every day?
Every day, like during cold and flu season?
Maybe.
Maybe? Now I'm telling you, these kids are used to drinking fire cider, which we named Dragon's Breath because I made it very, very intense. And they were drinking that every day, and they got really, really used to it. Where Alice, my little one, they just want more and more and more and more. I think they'll be fine. It is quite sweet, but I like it. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and put it into these bottles. You love it? Okay, good. I'm glad. Violet loves it. That's what matters. Let's see. Let's bring it down. All right.
Why do you need that thingy?
I'm gonna try not to make a mess and not to ruin my new shirt.
You got a little drop on there.
As long as I don't have it on my shirt.
Wait, it's not the color of your apron.
delicious, and it really does taste like a lemonade. I think that even making a fresh lemonade and adding, you know, half a cup into your lemonade, oh my goodness, that would be just delicious.
So you're gonna fill out all?
I am. Well, I'm gonna fill what I can. Oh! Oh boy. Okay. That's okay.
Let me get some of my coffee.
Okay. I spilled a little bit, but that's okay. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Alright, we're going to go ahead and close.
You should make the toilet paper in case
Thank you,
spill
sweetheart.
again.
We'll clean the bottoms now. That's really nice looking. I like that. I mean, I think that's going to last a while, especially with all the kids saying that they don't like it. Okay, hold on, Ellie. You're going to help me? Okay, hold on. Let's go a little higher. Okay. Careful. Alright. Good job. Together, slowly. Got a little fruit fly flying on me there.
What a fruit fly.
It's a regular old, good old fly. Okay, I think I'm gonna move it because I'm feeling the splash on my lip, and I don't want it to get all over us. Here, come on this side much better. That way we can work. Here, you hold the bottle, and I'll go ahead and ladle it in. You make sure that I don't overfill it like I did that last one. I'm gonna probably put just a little more. Okay, lift up the lid a little. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close it. Okay, go ahead and close it. Check this out, guys. So far we have 2 of these. Go ahead, put it in. And I did wash all of these beforehand. Did that make a silly noise?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's doing that?
Because it's raining down.
Don't move the table.
Why are you making the cricket noise one at nighttime?
What does? Want to lift it up just a little bit? It's okay. Oh, that's why, because it had some suction in it. Whoop. Okay,
Is that enough?
close it. I don't think we're going to need a big one. Nope, so 3 of these. Oh, careful, honey. Leave those there. Put that aside. And we're going to probably just use one of these. Just a minute. Let's find the cleanest one. Here. Go rinse this one out. Just rinse the outside. That's all that we're really going to need. Go ahead and spread this last bit of honey in there. We have made quite the mess. That's okay. Alright, that's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's good. Just not so it's so super sticky. Let's go ahead and put this here just so we can pour it down. Here, let's hold it up so everyone can see. Good job. Ooh. one, just have a little bit left over. It's 4 ounces, so it's half a cup. All right. So, with everything that we made, we've got 1, 2, 3 of these big kombucha ones, the little jars.
Kombucha?
And
What does kombucha mean?
it's like that fermented tea.
The fizzy one.
You like that, right? And then we have a little extra half ounce here. So I'll probably use this for the next couple of days. And I know that this is plenty for the winter season and the cold and virus seasons and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and wash these on the outside because they are very sticky, and put it away, and then I will come back and show you how it all looks very pretty. Thanks.
Thank you everybody for watching. I know it was a long one. I really appreciate it. God bless.